Good morning, guys. Welcome to a long overdue Feely's 5 acres. Over the course of the spring and the summer, I built a cage to house all of our fruit trees, blueberries, strawberries, things that were going to get eaten by deer and chipmunks and squirrels and bear, perhaps. So I built this awesome cage. It's quarter-inch hardware cloth, quarter-inch stainless steel hardware cloth all the way around. It's built on wood that I actually made here on Feely's 5 acres. So the lumber was free. The hardwood cloth was kind of expensive, but really in the end we bought hundreds of strawberry plants, planted them, dozens of blueberry bushes, and we have tons of trees waiting to go in the ground when they're big enough, and we wanted to protect them. And unfortunately, we put them in the cage, and the chipmunks get underneath, and so it's really not doing its job. In fact, it's like putting all the food in one spot for them. So today I'm taking all the plants back out, and I'll show you guys what it looks like inside. And I have to put hardwood cloth down on the floor and completely encase all our fruits in a Faraday cage, basically, to protect them from the chipmunks that are getting in. So that's it. So I'm going to show you what I made and what I'm doing to it. Okay, so thanks for coming. So another thing I should have mentioned is that I've put down mushroom spawn in the surface here in all the wood chips. We got a chip drop delivery, and we put it in here as a surface to kind of level out the uneven ground and have a place to put potted plants down on that would be leveled. And it was the cheapest option. Obviously it's free. If you haven't heard of Chip Drop, check it out, chipdrop.com. They drop off wood chips to your house from local tree service guys. And it's sporadic, it's hit or miss. You get it when you get it, but it's free, so you know it doesn't hurt to sign up. So that's what we've done, and we get maybe one delivery a year, and they just dump it in the driveway and you deal with it. So I like the service because it's free. To get that much, wood chips would probably be expensive. It may not be the coolest option, like as a surface, it does decay, it sinks in, it's a little hard to walk on, but for what we're doing is great. I'm planting mushroom right into the surface and then putting potted plants on top of that to keep the evaporation low. And it's working out really good, except that the chipmunks are digging right in. So I'm putting down some new quarter-inch stainless hardware cloth, and I'm weaving it in with wire right into the walls. So you can see where I've folded up the hardware cloth, and I'm literally just painstakingly weaving wire in. It's not going to be fun. Maybe it's relaxing to watch, but it's not fun to do. So I'll show you guys what I'm doing. So laying down the hardware cloth and then cutting it with these provided shears, they're a little cheap. They're kind of more like the kind of thing you would cut maybe some vegetables with. But they're, if I'm going to destroy some shears on these, I'm going to destroy the free ones that came with the box. But that's it. So this wire actually came with the hardware cloth, and it was just wrapping around it to try to kind of secure it. So I'm going to use all this up first before I dig into my box of wire. And it's just a matter of kind of making a bend on it and painstakingly wrapping it through both pieces and then kind of pulling it through. Helps if you don't use too long of a strand. If you start using a real long strand, it'll wrap and kind of knot up on you, and then get and make it more work than it really needs to be. So I'm just using short lengths and then twisting them off at the end. And I should say, yeah, I'm very aware that this is poison ivy right here, and I pulled as much as I could reach. And we don't spray we don't spray any poisons. We're not certified organic, but we're not going to be spraying poisons on our lawn in any way, just because we eat the food that we grow here, and there's enough forever chemicals already coming out of the rainwater, if you haven't read about that. So this is it. It's kind of tough. You gotta rebend and kind of try not to hook it where you don't want it to go, and line it up and pull it through. I guess for this the gloves aren't really necessary, but for taking the the wire out of the box and then snipping it, you get a lot of sharp points. So do wear gloves for that, or you'll be wishing you had a tetanus shot. Because who knows what's going on in the factory where this is made. Right? And I guess you just don't want open cuts when you're working in dirt anyway, right? So it's going to take all day, but yeah, this is the idea. Is we have this cage built with hardware cloth all the way around it. Probably really hard to focus on. But this is the idea. We're going to lay cloth all the way down on the ground and then hopefully keep out all the pests. So I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. Thanks, guys. So this is the idea, guys. We're just kind of weaving the wire that came in the box. It wasn't like extra wire. It was just wrapped around the hardware cloth to keep it in a cylinder. But it came with the box. It's free. I have other wire that's thicker. Might be easier to work with, but I'm going to use this stuff up and not throw it away because it's here, and I don't feel like walking all the way to the barn to get more wire. So call me lazy. Maybe I'm making more work for myself than I need to, but and this might be easier maybe with a pair of needle nose pliers to reach in and grab it. Let me grab that. So let's see. This makes it better or worse. And it is freaking hot out here. I'm dripping sweat. And I've got 30 feet to go on this side. I got 30 feet to go on the other side. And then 6 feet across. So, wow. I'm going to be here all day. I don't want to bore you guys with this. I don't want to bore you with... I don't want to bore you guys with this. So, oh, shit. I don't want to bore you guys with this, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it, finish it, and then show you what it looks like. And maybe I'll run out and stop traffic. I don't want to bore you guys with what you know, with the tiny details of weaving. You get the idea. You're not idiots. But it's just a tedious job, and I've been putting it off for months, and we haven't had more than 3 strawberries come out of 150 strawberry plants. So, and blueberries, we might have gotten 2. So it's really that bad. We have a lot of chipmunks here, and, you know, shooting them would be one solution, but, you know, just keep them out, I think, for now, and if that doesn't work, then we'll, you know, hunting season's open. But I'm going to continue on. I'm going to do at least one side, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like. So that's it. Thanks. All right, guys, let's see. So here we go. Here's the finished product. I have not actually weaved through the middle. I think the plants are going to push down. There's so much overlap here that I think we will be fine. I think there's enough overlap that with the pressure of a plant sitting on top, a chipmunk probably won't be able to figure out how to get in there. But if we still lose berries, I'll revisit that. Okay, well, I'm all done. I finished putting down the hardware cloth. I'll put links below where I got the hardware cloth, but it's just 1/4 inch hole size is the size I went with. Chipmunks certainly cannot get through that size, but it looks like we were able to get bees in, so that was one of the things we were thinking about was pollinators, getting pollinators in. And we do plan to selectively leave the door open when we want pollination in and when we're monitoring it and we don't have chipmunks and squirrels and birds flying in. But right now we're pretty happy with the way it came out. Thought we were happy a couple months ago, thought we were done and we had to put flooring in, so maybe, you know, to be determined, right? We'll let you know if it's not working. But we literally have, I think, 150 strawberry plants and maybe a dozen blueberry plants, 10 to a dozen blueberry plants. And we've had bupkis, we've had like 3 strawberries and maybe 3 blueberries literally the whole season, and it's mid-August. So hopefully hopefully the crop yield improves, and then we can add some more plants if we have some successes. But I just wanted to show you guys what I did. It wasn't complicated, it was pretty simple, but it cooled down a lot. I was able to go shower up and change, and now I can take you for a tour, and you can actually see the sun's not so bad now. So there's some blueberries on this end, and of course we have a ton of room here to fill up, and then we have the strawberries on this end, and it's more than you think. It's with these towers we have probably a dozen plants in each tower or more, and then we have little baskets. We have some blueberry in the back. So I watered everything. It was a really hot day, but really happy with the way it came out. We're going to get some more straw and lay it down on top and keep watering, and hopefully we'll get some berries at the end of the season. And like I said, if this works out, we will get more blueberries. Really something I really wanted was a lot more berries, especially blueberries. I love blueberries. We also have figs. We had some trouble with our figs. We planted them in the middle of the square garden, and they took over, really took over. So it was a huge struggle in the fall, ripping them out and then bringing them in, trying to save them over winter, and then putting them back in the ground. So we have them throughout some of the other gardens in the yard. But we have a lot of fruit trees that we want, that are kind of small, too small to put in the ground yet. Maybe need another year or two in a pot. So we're going to put them in here and protect them from all the things that want to eat them, really. So thanks for coming, guys, and hope to see you again soon.